Liverpool versus everybody. We are here to chat about the game tomorrow. It's been seems like forever. International break as usual, but we are back. Football is back. Obviously, there's games on today, but we're here to talk about Liverpool versus Spurs. Spurs coming to Anfield. Always usually a good matchup between the two teams. Got Mame with me. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Glad to be back after this long break, 2 weeks. That's a lot, but we're back now.
Yeah, and the fact that we're back, it does look like for the first time in a long time, and maybe the first time on the clock, we have guys coming back from international break, no injuries, not that I know of, no significant injuries. How important is it right now? Seems like an obvious question, but what we're fighting for, and how we've kind of been able to get through a season, having some injuries here and there, nothing too major. Luckily, knock on wood, that stays. But how important is it right now to be getting guys like Gomez back? They say Ox is on his way, and do you think it's necessary for us to somehow try to squeeze Gomez in at this point?
Well, first let me answer the first question. Well, it's really good to have everybody back. I think one of the reasons we kind of dropped in the beginning of the year is was because all these injuries. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like Gomez going and Matip had to adapt again. All those guys, Trent in and out, the same. You know, Ox is getting back and everything. So we can hope to be back at the level of the beginning of the season where we would win every game. You know, I think we had like two draws against Chelsea and stuff, and City. All the rest were wins, even if it was sometimes 1-0 or something like that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. And what was the second question?
Well, just and it's funny it's interesting you bring up Trent, because I'm curious in your opinion. Uh, Gomez is coming off a pretty serious injury,
Oh,
his
okay, Gomez. Yeah, yeah,
second
yeah.
injury. So I'm just wondering, do you think we need to somehow find a way for him in the squad right away, whether it be, if Trent is down, do we try to squeeze him in there? Do we try to put him back in the midfield and just tell Matt, thanks for your services, but this is our guy? Like, tell me about Gomez. What do you think that we should give him a little bit more time, maybe make the bench in a few games, or what?
Yeah, I think Matip is doing fine. Gomez just got back. I don't know what level he at right now, but
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna keep going with Matip, and maybe Gomez will come for Trent. I think Trent is kind of he still has some injury issues, even if it's not that serious. I think Klopp said he's better now. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think let's go at least for the first games. Let's go with Matip. Gomez can have some time, and if it's really satisfying, he is at that level, better than Matip. We he starts. He starts. I think there are enough games for him. The Champions League is like in 2 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or next week.
I want to say it's next week. I don't. I gotta double check that. I gotta double check that. If
Yeah.
somebody,
So
if
yeah,
somebody in
yeah,
the comment section knows, let us know. But yeah, I can't remember exactly what the day is.
yeah. That. He has enough games to be starting later. But right now, I think that he's going with Matip. Matip is doing fine.
And that's something you obviously think that Matip has deserved. Come in playing pretty well. We haven't really had any drop offs once he's been in, and he's really forming a nice tandem there with Van Dijk, which I think we spoke about it before. Almost any defender next to Van Dijk is going to be good, but you got to give Matip credit. He's really stepped up and
Yeah,
been
that's
really
the
important.
thing too. I think he deserves it. So you have to give props to players like that, and the only way to do that is to let them play, reward them. Because Matip really stepped up. You know, if now we just take him out of the 11 because Gomez is fit,
Mhm.
he might be frustrated. You know, if he didn't
Yeah.
play well, okay,
Mhm.
get out. But he did.
Right. Right. Right.
He was good.
Right. Right.
He was really good.
Yeah, I'd hope to see him, and like you said, we got a good amount of games left over the course of the Premier League and collectively with the Champions League. Especially if we go, past this round and past the semi. So I think, like you said, there will be time, and I think if we are patient with Gomez, we can look to maybe even just slide him in at right back at times because I don't think Klopp really wants to play Trent as many games as he's playing him, but out of necessity, and you don't really want to see a Milner there or Henderson like that. So I think Gomez could really, really, as you said, find some place in the team at some point, but to at the expense of Matip, I don't think that'd be right because of his level. Um, so Spurs,
Yeah,
man, this is. I mean, people are saying it's a big game. Every game is big for Liverpool from here on out. That's just the fact of the matter from what we want to accomplish this season, specifically in the league. So yes, it's a big game. Spurs haven't been in great form. How do you see this game going? Like, give me a little bit of what you think, how you think Spurs might face us. And I forgot that the manager will be in the stands. Do you think that would be a big thing for them? Just talk to me about the game, how you see it going.
yeah. I think let's forget about form, man. This kind of games, especially at this point of the season, form doesn't mean much.
Hmm.
You know, it will be a tough game. Tough game. I don't know. I really don't know how Tottenham is he's gonna play. You know, because the thing is they cannot afford to lose. They
Hmm.
don't have to win, but they can't afford to lose this game. So I don't know how he's gonna come. Probably they go three at the back. That would be, I guess, good for us. But it will be tough. It will be tough. It will be tough. I don't know. I don't really know. I can make some score prediction and stuff. I just hope we will win, but it will be a tough game, man.
Yeah, for sure. I forget what year it was that they ruined our title fight. It's going back a while now. I can't remember the exact year, but Spurs will definitely be coming to Anfield to try to get something. We know the players they have. We know, although I don't seriously or highly rate their striker, he can, on his day, he can produce some things. So we know what they can bring. I don't know if the manager's going to really, the fact that he won't be there is going to really make a difference. I mean, because they could be trying to, I don't know, fight that much harder, play that much better, kind of in light of that. For us, I believe we just got to stand in winning ways and keep up how we've been doing. What I mean, solid in the back defensively. No silly, because when you really think about it, we conceded 18 goals. A large number of those
Yeah,
goals, Mame, have been really fluke, goofy mistakes, or it's been the keeper doing something
very
silly, or
very stupid goals, man.
and
Very very stupid goals.
as frustrating. 2009, somebody said that was as frustrating as that is. Um, it continues to show just how great we are, and if we don't get in our own way and step on our own feet, then we'll pretty much do a good job. Um, You've probably been keeping up with Mane more than myself in international break. How's he been doing?
Yeah. Wow, man, he was fire, man. I mean, Mane is kind of strange because his whole attitude changed. Even in the national team, you see him taking more responsibility. What we've been asking for like 5 years, you know. So he really changed. Even how we react with the fans and stuff. It's another Mane, you know. It's not that shy Mane, always quiet, Now it's really different on the field and off the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's really strange. Maybe it's his form. I don't
Uh-huh.
know if it's the cause or the consequences, but there's really some change in him.
Yeah, and I think it's we're benefiting from that. And this, I mean, one, just because he's a player on our team, but also you can see that he's on another level right now as far as his confidence, and that could only be great for himself, for us,
Yeah.
and what we're doing in this title fight. Uh, Thompson reminded me about the Spurs midfield injury crisis that they have, if you want to call it that. What are you looking at their midfield and what they'll try to do in the midfield against us? Do you see Spurs maybe trying to play a bit defensive and put your team on thinking, look, let's just try not to lose this game and let's just kind of be sit back and see if we can frustrate them, or do you think they'll be as open as they usually are? But talk to me about their midfield. Who do you see really shining in their midfield? Is it Sissoko? Who do you think?
Something crazy. Sissoko is playing at another level this year.
Mm-hmm.
I know people used to bash him last year, saying that he wasn't good enough, not a good footballer and stuff. But he's probably one of Tottenham top performers this year. He's good.
Mm-hmm.
He's good. He's good in well, in those defensive stuff he does, of course, even box to box. But yeah, I'm not really afraid of the midfield.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the most important dude last year was Dembele.
Yeah.
I don't know why they let him let him leave. That guy was really good,
Yep.
and I think it's gonna be the same game as the we played last year at Anfield. You know,
Mm-hmm.
probably both team gonna go at each other. Midfield, I think they'll open. I think they'll open.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
They have
I,
to.
But you mentioned Dembele, and he was one of the only guys in the past when we played there in the midfield that really I was concerned about, because he was always very physical, strong. He didn't kill you with any, necessarily a beautiful football, but he did his job and he did it well. And I think I thought, and they probably hoped, Wanyama would be that guy that can come in and do that similar job. I think to a degree when he's played, he has, but he hasn't played enough games. I don't know if it's injury issues or fitness or just
Yeah,
falling down.
injury issues,
Yeah,
both.
because
Both
I,
as
I
well.
used to love Wanyama at Southampton, and when they got him, I was a little disappointed at that, because I love just his physical presence in that midfield. So yeah, I mean, really, that's when you look at the Spurs team, it's more their attacking guys. Ericsson is kind of a attacking midfielder, but it's really those top four guys: Ali, Son, Kane, and Ericsson. And so those would be the guys, obviously, that we need to neutralize. And our midfield, that's always really been the talking point for every game. We know the front three, we know the back four, more or less, unless there's injuries. We know the goalkeeper, obviously. Who plays in this midfield tomorrow, Mame? I mean, do you think Lallana gets a shout? Do you want to see Shaqiri? Did someone in the comment section said that Naby got hurt in injury? I'm sorry, hurt in training. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah. He's not in the team. You know, so I guess he got hurt
Oh,
again.
Jesus. Okay, so who do you think plays in the
Yeah.
midfield?
Oh man, just club as usual, man. Hendo, Genie, and Fab probably.
Okay. So you think, even though Milner has been chilling,
Yeah, but Trent. I think Trent just came back, and probably he will want to keep Milner on the bench in case
okay, yeah.
Trent has some issues or something like that. Well, that's what I think.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, I did.
those three guys: Hendo, Fab, and Genie.
Yeah, this Naby thing is news to me. Someone just said in the comment section. I had no idea about that. That's disappointing. But I really didn't see Klopp going with him anyway, fit or not. Maybe you could have seen him on the bench, but and it just looks like Shaqiri. I don't know what that's about, but can't really see him starting this game. And look, it's getting close to the end of the season. I think Klopp is going to go with what he knows, and he'll live and die with that. Whatever he think is safe, not even necessarily safe as far as game plan or how we play, but safe as far as the guys that he's familiar with, who's gotten him, to the final, things of that nature. So I think we can probably expect to see that three in the midfield for a little ways, though. But there is an outside sneaky feeling I have that Lallana could come into this game, and merely for the pressing situation, the pressing game with him and Firmino kind of in that central area. pressing forward,
Mm.
put pressure on the team. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Lallana. And if he can bring that intensity that he brought, I think that was in the Burnley game. I don't really mind it. I don't really, because you know what you're gonna get from Lallana. I don't really mind it. So if he can bring that
Yeah,
intensity,
but it was Burnley. It was
no,
Burnley
no, I know
because
that's true.
right now
That's
we
true.
need a midfield that we defend too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's true. That's true. It
You
was
know, we
Burnley.
need okay. Yeah, we need we need players in the midfield that can track back into our area because Spurs has some. I think they have 4 players plus four players up front. You know,
Hmm.
Eriksen, Kane, Son, Dele Alli. You know, so that's the thing. So I don't think he will go with Lallana. I don't think so. And yeah, Gini and Fab have to be in. I know he's gonna put Hendo too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. No, you're probably right with that lineup. I personally just wouldn't be surprised if we saw Lallana, but I think that's a good point that you brought up. That it was Burnley. We spoke about that. But at the same time, giving him credit for playing how he played. Because
oh yeah.
whoever you face. So I think yes, Tottenham obviously is a better team to play against. Although somehow Burnley continue to just to beat teams that you wouldn't think they would beat. They just beat Wolves, and it's unbelievable. But so yeah, excited about it, man. I think hopefully Trent is good to go. He's fine. Um,
good.
and talking about the forward guys. Obviously, there's a lot of comments about Salah. And do you think in a game like this, if Salah can, he's known to do pretty well against Spurs. We remember the game last season, the frustrating ending to that game with the 2 penalties and Kane hitting one of them in to end the game and tie it up. But Salah did have a really, really amazing game today, and he does play good against Spurs usually. Is this a game that he gets maybe a goal and that kind of gets his goal scoring back on cue, or do you even care, honestly? I mean, is it a big deal for you if Salah is scoring or not?
Yeah, of course, of course. I think if we get Salah scoring again, we're more dangerous. We're more dangerous, and we need him to score. Maybe not in this game, but it would be good if he starts scoring again. So yeah, because the thing is, the thing is, we have to be as dangerous as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Salah needs to score. Firmino needs to get back on the score
Yep.
sheet too. Mane keep
Mm-hmm.
doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
We need everything right now.
Yep. Yep.
Like it's the last part of the season.
Yep.
Few games left. We need to give everything. Even if you can get goals from Fabinho and
Ah,
all
you read
those
my
all
mind.
those guys,
Read my mind. Let me
you know.
not go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say that's what we kind of missing this year,
Yeah,
like
man.
getting goals from the midfield.
Majorly, majorly.
There are not a lot of them.
And I wanted to ask you because you know, as much as I love Genie, it seems like his only real role is to recycle the ball, shield the player with his behind, and just keep things kind of ticking. And okay, great. He's arguably been one of the best midfielders, bar or besides Fabinho, arguably. So, but when we see him in the Dutch side, he's playing so much more attacking. When we saw him at Newcastle, he's playing so much more attacking. Can you see that being more of a role for him in this team at some point? Maybe even in this last bit of the season, knowing that we need to have goals from other areas, or you just feel like this is what we're going to see from Genie. It's no real point in thinking that it'll be anything different.
Yeah. I think it won't be different because in Newcastle and in Holland, the pressing and that intense,
Mm,
you know. But with this intense pressing we're doing, I think players tend to do what they what they can do, and what they are told to do.
yeah, yeah. I think back to Salah, still some more conversation about that in the comment section. Let's be real. Salah has never been um, one of those guys who was necessarily always on it in the attacking sense. He misses so many chances. And that's been kind of what his career has been. And yes, last season was really, really good. He really stepped up, got a bunch of goals. We all know that. But he's never been necessarily, in my opinion, a lethal goal scorer. And I think this
Yeah,
kind
but
of go ahead.
no, go I keep cutting you. Go
No, no,
go
no,
ahead,
no. It's
man.
okay. It's okay. And I think this bit of a patch from him that's not scoring isn't really surprising. It's not really surprising. Um, because we've known him to squander a bunch of chances. I mean, imagine if he even got half the chances that he missed last season, he probably would have had, you know, I don't know, 60, 65 goals. I mean, he gets so many chances, and in my opinion, he's never been the most clinical goal scorer, which sounds crazy because he scored so many goals last season. But when you really watch him, there's a lot of chances that he misses. But go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if Liverpool fans used to watch Salah when he was at Roma. Not just clips, like watch whole games.
Yeah, yeah.
And with Egypt too at the African Cup of Nations or something like that.
Hmm.
Salah misses like 70% of his chances.
Yep, yep.
So last year, when he came in the first games, it was the case. He used to miss sitters. It happens like few games before he really starts scoring.
Hmm.
And when it came, that was a surprise for me because I couldn't believe that Salah could have that many goals.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was good. Then you get into the momentum, you get the confidence, and with the system, everybody working for you is good.
Hmm.
You know. But now this year, he kind of went back to his usual level, maybe a bit better. And he got 17 goals. That's a lot. That's good. That's really good. You know. But the level he was last year, I I knew he couldn't reproduce it. I wouldn't call him a one season wonder because he's still having a good season, even though he's not scoring as much as last year. But he's still really good.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
no question. I think Mercy just says if Salah isn't a lethal goal scorer, what's his role? Which I think is a really great question. But I think for me, his role is to be a threat, and he's always going to be a threat. And that's the thing. It's not like it'd be different if he wasn't getting chances or if he wasn't creating things because he is. He's getting in the right places. There's times when he gets a little muscled off the ball and is a little too soft, and I don't like that. But it's not like he's not getting the opportunities. So his role
Yeah,
for me is to be a threat and to threaten the defense. And if that means pulling guys out, making space for Mane, getting an assist, that's cool. And that's why I asked you the question of does it really matter to you? Because to me, my answer to that is as long as he's putting himself about, he's even doing pressing a little bit more now, tracking back, which he never really did. So as long as he's a part of the game and it doesn't go missing, I don't really care if he's getting goals or not. If he's getting goals, great, because it'll help us win, obviously. But if he's not getting goals, but he's providing assists, he's providing the assist to the assist, whatever, then I really don't mind if he's scoring or not. But go ahead.
yeah, but I think if we really honest, Klopp didn't bring Salah in to be a goal scorer, the goal scorer. He brought him in to complement the forward line, Mane
Yes.
and
Agreed.
Firmino.
Yes.
But it
Yes. Amen.
happened that he was so prolific, you know,
Yep.
he wasn't in club. That club didn't see that. Nobody saw that actually. Nobody, no one. You can ask all the football analysts, supporters, everything. They didn't know that Salah would score as many goals the first season. It's not possible.
Right. Right.
No
Right.
one knew.
Yeah.
So they brought him to be a threat, just like Mane on the right.
Mm-hmm.
What he was doing last year, it was the same because that's
Yep.
what we needed. We needed someone else on the other side who does the same as Mane.
Yep.
But he turned out to be a goal scorer. I mean, for that season.
And that's the kind of wingers and attacking players that Klopp likes. Fast, very very precise, very speedy, knowing that you have
Yeah,
good passes in the team that can find them, whether it be Fabinho, whether it be Van Dijk or Matip. You got the wingers that are also maybe not as fast, but also quick. The fullbacks that are quick. So you know
Mm-hmm.
on the right and the left, you got two guys going down on both sides that are really really fast, and I think that's the way Klopp likes to play. So yeah, I don't know if he got him as, hey, let's get Salah because he'll be that guy to get. It just happened that way, and you take it,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
it definitely wasn't something that I don't think that he banked on. So but yeah, no, I think Salah will be fine, or he won't, but I think collectively as a team we will be. And I say he'll be fine, meaning he'll get his goals. And I think that he will. I think that he will. And I think tomorrow is a game that you could see him get a goal, and maybe that, opens it back up for him to just play freely. I think that the whole 50 goal thing is on his mind. I think the whole, the weight of being this iconic, African star is on his mind. It's a lot of things going, and this is not making excuses for him, but I'm just saying it's what it is. And so we're going to see if he's mentally tough enough to shake that off and just play his game. I think when Salah's playing natural, it's not only good for Salah, it's good for the whole team. But
For
when
the
he's
whole
thinking
team,
too much,
exactly. Exactly.
making wrong passes, taking shots when he shouldn't be taking, that's when it just throws things off. But when he's just playing free and he's linking with Trent down at right, or linking with Firmino up top, Salah, whoever, that's when he's at his best. So that's what I want to see, if anything. I'm not necessarily torn, or I'm not stars for him to get his goals back. I couldn't care less. I want him to just play freely, though, be himself, enjoy his football, because he's not enjoying it right now, from what I can see. And I think once he starts to do that, then it'll benefit himself and also the whole collective.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. No, I trust that he will do the right thing, man. And doing the right thing is just passing the ball when you have to pass, shoot when you can shoot. That's it. It's not complicated, and I think that he knows it now. Even Klopp said it, like, just keep working hard and make the right choice.
Mm.
Don't try to score fluke goals or just force it down the down his right side.
Mm. Yeah, this I had a feeling this question would come up. We talked about it briefly the other time we spoke, I think. But Dolfo says, do you believe rumors of Mane to Real Madrid?
Uh,
Yeah.
I saw an interview of Mane on a French TV yesterday, and he said that there is some interest, but Zidane haven't called him.
Okay. Okay.
And it was really funny because they asked him, like, Real, would you go to Real Madrid? He said, no, I'm happy at Liverpool with the big smile and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if Zidane calls you, he say, well, he hasn't called me.
Okay.
That was his answer. So
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, man, can't wait. Can't wait for this game tomorrow. I don't. I mean, for my answer for the Mane thing is it's definitely something I'm concerned about, and I think that it is a high possibility. People might not want to hear that, but I think it's a high possibility. You saw the interaction he had
yeah,
with
it's
Zidane that I thought was special. But
it's a possibility, and you have to see Mane's career, where he came from, the step he took. He was in Metz. When he left Senegal, he came in Metz 2 years. Then he went to Austria 2 years. He went to Southampton 2 years. Then he went to Liverpool. This is his third year. And you see that he's always going to a level,
mm-hmm.
to the next level,
Mm-hmm.
after a short period of time. Now, the question is Real Madrid a better team than Liverpool? Right now, no. I don't believe so.
Absolutely
But,
not.
you know, it depends what's Zidane gonna do, who he's gonna buy and stuff. So if Mane feels that he will be he will reach another level going in that project, well, but I don't think Klopp will let him go. I don't want to see him go. So yeah.
Yeah, I just think, and I appreciate all the guys in the comments that are joining in for this conversation. But I just think it's going to be a crazy fee, whatever it is. Klopp is not going to give Mane away easily, and I just don't see Real Madrid putting in such a bid for a player like that, knowing that, I mean, a great player, but Zidane has to get a bunch of guys in there. I would think at least 3 or 4 guys in there, you know, or maybe more. So I can't see him spending that much on one player. You know what I mean? Unless it was a Pogba or N'Golo Kante or something like that. I just can't see it. I can't see it happening. Maybe Mbappe, something like that. Neymar, I don't know, but I just don't see, because the fee is going to be astronomical. I mean, it's going to be a crazy, crazy fee, and I just don't see it. But nor do I see
But
Liverpool just giving them away that easily.
but I think that people are talking too much about Real. Real, they they have good players. They don't have a good team.
Yeah.
They don't need a lot actually. Maybe 2 or 3 players will be enough for them.
Hmm.
People think that they're gonna buy 5, 6, 7 players. No, why?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it'd be nearly that much. But I just think, yes, like you said, like right now they're not, they don't look familiar. This is not the Real Madrid that people have been accustomed to, especially not in Europe. So I think with Zidane back, I just think him being back, like his presence alone, is going to be really, really good for them. But who they get, I don't know. But let's move past that. Back to the
Yeah, let's move.
the Spurs game. I know you said about you didn't really have it was hard for you to predict a score a few minutes ago, but if I had to press you on one, what would you, do you see them scoring against us? Let me ask you that. Do you see them scoring against us?
Uh, Frankly, yes.
Okay, okay,
I see them scoring. I see us scoring too.
okay,
You know, I hope if I have to give a prediction, I would say 2-1.
okay. Yeah.
2-1. Hurricane will probably get a penalty.
Somebody said Liverpool 4-1. Wow. Yeah, I mean this one's tough, man. This one's tough, and again, as you said earlier, the form kind of goes out the window. Although we, as supporters, we like to talk about that, and they've been so bad, and but when they play Liverpool, any big team plays Liverpool, you
Yeah,
can't really.
yeah,
There's no real need to discuss that side because it doesn't really matter. One-off game, Spurs can really bring it, and I see what you're saying about them scoring against us, um, and I think a 2-1 scoreline is something I could totally see. But I think when we concede goals like we did in the last game, it really, really pisses the whole team off. Specifically, you know, uh, uh, Virgil van Dijk and the goalkeeper. In any team, a defense is pissed off. But it's something about when teams score against us. Not only do we usually go back and knock them out, get a draw, or just come back into the game, but you usually see this overall just frustration from the team and anger, and they're just mad. And so I think they'll still be thinking about that and how how much of a comedy show that was to allow that goal in. And I think they'll be really, really eager to keep it really clean, really tight at the back, and get the goal. If we get the goals early, I think it's a wrap for Spurs. If it ends up being a game where it's we're trading blows and it's still a draw at halftime, you never know where it could go. But I think if we get goals
yeah,
early, we stop them, nullify anything they try to do going forward, be physical with them, then I think we can get a clean sheet against this team. So I'm gonna go 2-0. I can see the 2-1, but I think 2-0, get the goals, maybe bring on Milner, to just kind of control games. Hopefully he doesn't do what he did in the last game. But yeah, we really we really have to. I don't want the ref to be what we're talking about after this game. Everyone's already talking about the ref and how he doesn't really give us a good way to go in games. I think it's Martin Atkinson who's going to be calling the game or refing the game. So I don't want it to come down to some foolish call or lack thereof a call or whatever. We know what they like to do in the box when they have the ball. We know what Kane does. We know what Ali can do. So we have to just be smart and make sure we're not making dumb fouls in the box, around the box, wherever. Because Ericsson is good from set pieces. Basically, what I'm saying is let's not give them any shoe hole in the game. And I think if we're making silly fouls in and around the box, if they get a shot here and there, those kind of things can give a team like that momentum when they feel like, okay, we can get at Liverpool. You know what I mean? So I just hope that we,
yeah,
we, can, we can
yeah.
be really, really clean, really solid defensively, and just enjoy the football. Get some goals early. and then just shut it out. But yeah, 2-1. I don't think that's a bad scoreline. Somebody said 3-0, 3-1, 4-1. Someone said 3-1. Salah scores 2. Okay. Um,
You
Someone said
guys
I think
forget about those high scoring games 4-0, 4-0,
yeah,
4-1.
yeah, I think
It's over, man. At this point of the season, nah, man. You see a lot of 1-0. I'm telling you, 1-0, two
no,
one.
I agree, man. I
A lot
feel
of
like
them.
because you're gonna yeah, a lot of them 1-0, 2-1, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hopefully no draws, but yeah, I don't the whole 3 and 4s and sure it'd be great, but it's gonna be. I mean, even against teams like you know what happened. You saw what happened to Fulham. Even teams like Cardiff City, like coming down to this stretch, we're still in 2 competitions. You still want to make sure guys aren't are doing everything to avoid injury. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of really low scoring type games, and I wouldn't
Yeah,
expect anything
because
different.
the thing is, the season is almost over and there's so much at stake. So players have to stay fit, no injury. They have to keep some energy because they're playing next week or something like that, probably the Champions League. And
Mm-hmm.
even if you could push and win 5-0, you just take the 2-0 or something like that and chill. Wait
Yep.
for the next game.
Yep. So
That, that's the thing.
yeah, so we'll definitely have our chances in this game as we always do. But we just have to take them, whether it be open plays, set pieces, whatever. Spurs will give us
Whatever. Yeah.
chances. And I'm at the point now where yeah, we can critique games and all that, but it's about getting the 3 points, man. At this point, I don't, it can be ugly,
That's
it could be
it.
frustrating.
That's it.
Just get the 3 points. That's it. Um,
Yeah. Even an own goal, I would take.
oh yeah, please. I love that. I don't care as long as we got more points than they have, and when the final whistle is blown. So I'm feeling nervous to be honest, Mame. And which is one of the other reasons why I wanted to do this live with you. I just had to bounce some ideas off you. I am feeling nervous.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
Well,
I'm feeling really nervous, man.
I,
Really nervous about this
I,
game.
I'm nervous too. I'm nervous too because I know that we say that each game is a final and everything,
Mm,
but this game is very, very important. You know.
yeah,
Plus, they're playing City after. I don't know when, but they're playing City after. So Tottenham can
I think
either
they have them like three
give us
games in a
the
row, right?
title. Yeah, yeah. They can either give us the title or give it to City. That's it.
Mm, mm. That's a good way to look at it. Yeah. Um. Well, we will see, man. Hopefully, I think as the game gets closer, my nerves will probably rest a little bit. But right now, I'm definitely nervous, and but a good nervous. I'm just more so excited than anything. I'm just even watching the games today. I had no team in the fight, but just seeing the Premier League back, which is really really nice to see. So um,
Yeah,
we'll see tomorrow. Obviously, the other team handled their business today, so they went back a point above us. So it's about just getting 3 points, and we had to just fight it out and see who comes at the end. So thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate you always making time, and hopefully next time we're talking again, we'll be speaking about how
yeah.
Spurs came and got a beating.
How we won.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, man. So I speak to you soon.
Thanks, man.
Okay,
Take
bro.
care. Bye,
See you.
guys.